A little lift, yeah, definitely. I'm using just a blanket. Hello. All right, so we are doing our neck and shoulders right now. And setting up the big camera. Good. Yes, so much in the neck and shoulders when we're on our computers. It's getting a nice lift. In fact, this isn't even enough for my knees. Look, see how my knees are a little high? So I'm going to, well, maybe if I fold it three times, let's try that. See how much bigger it is? Let's see that. And definitely more cushy than the block. Oh, yeah, this is good. All right. You can already sense the softening into the hip sockets too. Really cool. I always feel this sweet pause when I start my practice. It's just like, it's like that deep sigh. Oh, yeah. You could do your mudra, so index finger and thumb, and then rotate the palms up, drop the chin. Take some consecutive belly breaths. Inhale through the nose. Inhale through the nose. And then let it out through the nose. Each time you inhale, you feel the movement upward. Belly expands. It's like you're filling up a container with air. Inhale. Exhale, let it go down the spine. Letting the chin stay low, dropping towards your chest. Inhale, belly, mid-belly, heart. Inhale. Exhale, chest, mid-belly, all the way down into the hips. And I have my eyes closed, just envisioning that third eye. Stay heavy in the hips. Inhale. Inhale. Achoo! And achoo! And then let it out again. It's about 4. About 6 more breaths. Inhale. Inhale middle. Inhale chest. Exhale. Really good. Inhale. And now the body seems to just undulate with that breath. You're letting the torso move a little bit. Inhale. Exhale. Hi. Inhale. Exhale. If there's a deep sigh, you just want to let it out through your mouth. Let that happen too. Good boy. 3 more breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Last 2. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. All right, nice. And then just let the torso be tall. You can turn your hands so now the palms are on your knees, and just circle out the torso a little bit, getting some movement or some heat into the low belly. Good. Oh, yeah. Sometimes the head getting involved, letting the head drop. Deep sigh. And then make sure you go both directions. Oh, yeah. Oh, it just got a nice adjustment in the low back. I love that. Oh, wow. And then hold your knees and round into the back. Let the chin come towards your chest and hold the navel in towards the spine. You're rounding the back as much as you can. There might be even a chin rocking side to side. Don't forget to breathe. Breath, breath. Oh, yeah. All right, come back up to center and then just switch your feet. So now the other foot is in front, so just to give that a little bit of balance. And then take the right arm up behind the head. Find that, oh wow, you can feel the whole stretch through the side body, right into the hips, especially if that knee is dropping lower down, can sense that opening. And then this little C curve over to the left side. Keep your torso tall. Close your eyes. Just to take a couple breaths. See if you can keep the right hip heavy, right knee heavy, torso tall and lifted. Good. Come back up to center and then take that left arm and see if it reaches for the fingertips now as you lift through the upper body. Good. Couple deep sighs. This is like meditation, just slow, mindful meditation. Good. Gently release that right arm. You can circle out that shoulder. And then circle out the other shoulder too, just so it doesn't feel like it's left out. And which is great because now that left arm will be up behind the head. Left elbow behind the head. Good. Find that reaching up. Sit bones dropping. Take that deep inhale and then C curve over to that right side. Feel that whole left side body. Remember that left knee's heavy, left hip is heavy. C curve to the right. Torso is tall. Mindful meditation with breath, a little bit of movement. Excellent. Gently come up. Now right hand reaches for the left fingers, grabbing the fingers and letting the torso lift tall. Really good. Nice. Oh, my son is here watching me. I'm inviting you on to do some yoga. Would you like to? No. Gently release the arms. And just to get some of the circulation back, unwind the feet. Yeah, unwind the feet and let that bounce out a little bit. Oh, yeah, before we go back in. Because I still have lots to do in a seated posture, but you want to give your feet a break. Yeah. Give it a break. Give it a little bounce. Nice. Rock, rock, rock. Ooh, really good. Oh, maybe even a little forward. Just a tad. Off to one side. Back to center. Still breathing. Oh, yeah. Off to the other side. Yeah, all this with breath. Back to center. And then release, come up again. And so alternate the feet again. So not the habitual side, the side that you did the first time. That's awesome. And possibly pull the feet a little bit more towards the shins instead of stacking the heels like we have been. See if you can move them a little bit inward. See what happens if that works. Just a little tighter. Good. All right. Sit tall. Oh, I already can feel a different sensation in the hips with the. Yeah, if you have a pillow or a towel, you could set it underneath that knee. Yeah. You feel that? Did it help? Yeah, exactly. But you could always put a support on there. All right, so now, take the hands behind the head, interlace fingers, hands behind the head, and then open up the chest, let the heart come up. Navel in, activate the sit bones as you push them back, and then C curve to the right. It's just seated meditation with a little bit of movement. Jackson, you're so cute. Come back up. He's resting his head on my knee. And then the other side. Oh, yeah. Come back to center. Inhale. Exhale, chin drops down. Elbows come towards each other, dropping the chin. Just let that rock side to side. Nice. And then come back up. We'll do that again. Inhale, bring the heart up. Elbows pull back. Exhale to the right. Inhale to center. It's making me a little sleepy. Exhale to the other side. That quiet, calm. Good job. Inhale, back up to center. Exhale, chin drops down. Elbows come towards each other. Let that chin come right onto the chest. Stretch out the back of the neck. Nice. Come back up. Keeping the interlaced fingers, you're just going to go inside out with the palms straight up. And then C curve to the right again. And then inhale to center, exhale to the left. So do that a little bit quickly, at your own pace though, but you're just going to go side to side, keeping your hips heavy. Stretching through that side body. Nice. So now you're back to the right side. Release the right arm to the ground and see if you can go a little deeper off to that side body and turn into the rib cage. Actually, taking the left hand behind the head to really emphasize the elbow, the top elbow to turn. See if that feels good to your side body. Nice. And then release that arm so it's long again. And then use the momentum to come up. Good. Then interlace the fingers back to the top. In fact, let's do this a couple times. Just as arms up and down. Yeah. With breath. Inhale. Can peek up. Exhale, turn the palms, push down. Dropping the chin even. Inhale, let it lift. So you have these two opposite directions. Ribs in, lift tall. Exhale, drop the chin. Push down with the arms. Chin and interlace behind you this time. Interlace your fingers behind you and just give that a little stretch. Side to side. Oh, yeah. Hopefully you're sensing all of this release in the neck and shoulders as you soften into that breath, especially the exhale. Good. Just alternating the fists to right and left as you stretch through the opposite shoulder, opposite neck. Good. Back to center. Release the arms coming tall, with the hands, interlace the fingers, and then off to the left side again. Good. Left hand comes down. Right arm is high. Turn into the rib cage. Right hand behind the head, and then open up that right elbow as you drop down into the side butt. Keeping it long through that right rib cage, right hips dropping. And then reach the right arm up over the ear towards that left side. Good. And then come back up. Nice. Good. Whew. Just give it a little rock and roll with the chin. Side to side. With breath. Inhale one direction. Exhale the other. Try to feel the lower body. See, go into awareness into the lower body and make it a little heavier on the mat or on the pillow or on the blanket. Good. Head comes up. Another great neck exercise. Take that right hand, drop the right ear to the shoulder, keeping the shoulder girdle down and relaxed. Right hand on the side of the head, just letting the natural gravity of the hand push the ear towards the right shoulder. Should we be feeling it in the opposite side, the neck. Woo! Letting that go. It's all in the mind, that soft release. Letting the breath carry you, especially on that exhale. Really good. All right, head comes up. Release that right hand. And we'll do the other side, left hand. Side of the head and yawning. If there's any yawning, just let it happen. Ear to that shoulder. Open up that opposite side. And my right arm, I'm just letting it sort of hang down as my ribs stay in and my chest lifts. See if you can commit to 2 more long breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. When you come out, go gentle and slow. Chin comes up, hand releases. Good. All right, so let's unwind the legs now. I think that's plenty, actually. Woo, yeah. Unwind the legs. You feel that? Me too. Yeah. So you got to pound them out a little bit. I'm going to take my blanket, my lift out, keep my legs wide. Keeping our legs wide. And make sure you're moving your sit bones back so you have the tapping your hips back a little bit. Woo! And then just come forward. You might need a block or a pillow for support. In fact, oh, here I have a block. Good. I'm going to just set a little prop for myself. Yeah, and you might need two.
Yeah, I'm doing this. I don't think I can do this too.
Okay, then that's fine. Just hang out right there. Just go a little bit forward. And so you might be here. I mean, ideally, you could set something really tall for yourself and close. And even use your arms. You see this?
Yeah.
You could use your arms on it. Like that. That might work for you. Check it out. Oh, yeah. Can even double fists. That works. Where you're resting your head on something. So that's all these little tools to help support yourself so you can relax into your hips. Did you find it? Did you find it? Yeah. Good job. That's it. Perfect. You just rest your head. Okay, and then you find that perfect spot where it works for you. I'm going to bring it a little lower and see what happens. Maybe about here. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. There we go. All right. So let's just take about 4 more breaths. Keeping the low back heavy. Wow. I just had multiple cracks, pops in my low back. Awesome. All right. So now I know that everybody's different, but walk yourself back up and then see if you can rotate just to the one leg. Okay. So I'm rolling a toe in on my right and my toe out on my left. You could take your props with you and just find some release on one side. So you're just doing one side. Keep breathing. Yeah, it's okay to let the rotation of the toes come. We're just doing 5 breaths. If you feel ready, you could just move your prop over to the other side. So same thing, a little bit onto the other side. You're just breathing, letting that soften. No effort, effortless surrender. Wow, this side needs a little higher block. Each side is different. Oh, okay, let's see if that works. It's all an experiment. Oh, yeah, that's fine. Oh my goodness, I have to stay just a couple more breaths on this right side. And the block might even go a little lower after you've had 3 or 4 breaths. You can move the block a little lower. Each time you exhale, there's this soft release. So let's inhale together. Last 2 together. Inhale. Exhale. One more like that. Inhale. Let it go. Exhale. Awesome. Come on out. Wow. I felt that. Okay, so coming out, you may need to turn on your mat if you're vertical. And now we're gonna turn. Take your hands behind you. A little bit of release for the forward folding, reverse tabletop. So fingertips towards your hips. Take a deep sigh. Exhale, let it come up. Oh, wow. You can look down at your hips and find some symmetry. See if you can float your hips as if they're in water, letting them be free. Good. Wow. Release and come back in if you like. I'm just going to hold for another 3 or 4 breaths. I did some back bending yesterday. It felt amazing, but I think I'm feeling a soreness in the back today. All right, gently come down. And if you're not used to supporting your hands on your wrists, you might feel it in your wrists, right? So give your wrists some compression. Good. Excellent. And we're just going to turn over and do cat-cow, kind of soothe the back. I love the relaxation response. I love it. It's just the yawning and the jaw and then the mind waking up. Whew, so good. Already feeling better. We're getting ready for my day. So coming into tabletop, my feet need a little pounding. Circulating my toes. It's a lot of sitting on their feet. That feels awesome. In fact, fire toes just for a moment. If it feels okay, just tuck your toes under and sit back on the heels. Spread out those toes, little pinky toes. I promise we'll get to cat-cow just a second. I'll wake up those feet. Multitasking, little roll for the chin, right and left. Awesome, good. And then come off the feet again, pound them out. All right, and then cat-cow, just rounding your back. And maybe even hold that round feeling. And then when you're ready, opposite way. Yeah. Cat-cow. Good. Good. Oh yeah, so that's amazing on the low back. Opposite of what we've been doing with that forward folding. C-curve, moving the right shoulder to the right hip. Finding that C-curve in the spine. It's a little bit of effort to open up the left side body. And then back to center. Other side. C-curve, left shoulder to left hip. Good, come back to center. And then a little more cat-cow, just rounding and dropping. Cows, belly down, heart forward. Cat is rounding up, pushing into the palms. Feel the lower back. Your own timing. Really good. All right, and then make sure you have room on your mat. We're going to go into puppy pose and move the puppy at the same time. Puppy. Good, good, good. Walk the hands forward. Hips high. Drop the forehead down. Yep. So knees are right underneath the hips. As you walk your hands forward, stretch out the back. Two more breaths. Good. Gently come out and sit yourself back into child's pose. You're just going to bring your hips to your heels. Woo. Yep, you could start with supporting your head with your hands. Connecting to the breath, feeling your body just be like jello as you let gravity take your body, surrender into that sensation. Deep sigh helps. It feels like you want to reach your hands forward now. Let that happen. How's the breath? Two more. Always that last two, hopefully motivating or inspiring you to breathe a little deeper. Inhale. Exhale. Good, there's Priscilla. Inhale. Exhale. Nice. Good. All right, so let's come into our first down dog. Hopefully that will feel good to you right now after the stretching of the shoulders and the neck. Okay. And another trick, if you have blocks, sometimes that down dog gets so much more traction through the back if you plant your hands on blocks. So I'm going to do that today because I think it feels really good. So hover the knees and up you go. Notice how it lengthens my spine. You might want to try that. It's cool. Very cool. As you push into it. A little softer on the back, especially if you have that rounded back. This helps lengthen and give you some space. Spread the shoulders wide and the shoulders are in the sockets as you push your torso back, lengthening the arms. And try even pedaling out the heels. Forget that breath. Sometimes when I'm chatty, I forget to breathe. It's great for the upper body to keep that lifted. Nice. And then go back into child's pose. This time, nice wide knees. You can even use one of the blocks underneath your forehead. Massaging the forehead on the block, massaging the third eye. Feels really good to stimulate that forehead. It's again a place where that vagus nerve, the vagabond nerve runs. Anytime you're massaging that forehead, you're automatically causing the sympathetic nervous system to relax your body. Parasympathetic. One is fight or flight, and one is the opposite. Parasympathetic and sympathetic. The nervous system. We want that relaxation response. And that's why we practice our yoga. All right, coming off of child's pose into tabletop. This time prepping right hip for a lunge. Right hip. So circle out that right hip from your tabletop. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You could stretch it back. You could bring it in. You could kick it out. You could pull it back. All those different range of motion. Whatever feels right. Even underneath to round. Getting some movement in there. Make sure you go both directions too. Awesome. And then just step it up. Bring that right foot all the way up. Again, blocks are so helpful. I'm going to use a couple blocks on either side of my front leg, maybe even that tall area. And then, so left knee's down, extra padding. Princess in the P here. I want to set everything up. And use your hands on those blocks. Just find your torso lifting a little bit taller as you're heavy on that back leg. You see that? Heavy on the back leg. Sink into the front. Let the torso grow a little taller. You might even want to bring it up to fingertips. Sinking into that front foot. Nice. And then I'm going to lower my block just one level, plant my hands a little deeper onto the block, and tuck the back toe under to straighten out that back leg. Feel the difference. Quite different. Oh, yeah. Hearts forward. Push into that front leg. Nice. Now turn that left block to the long side, long edge. Take that right hand to the right knee. Turn into the right shoulder. Good. Remember that back heel has lots of power. Knee is up towards the ceiling on the back leg. And then the right arm, right belly comes up. Try to be light on that left hand. Awesome. All right, so we have our blocks right here. Let's turn them both to that long edge and see if you could straighten that front leg and melt over the right leg. Oh, yeah. Just letting that happen. You can alternate halfway lift, letting your heart move forward. And then your heart move inward, belly move inward, chin's like cat-cow. Your own timing. Couple more breaths. Letting that right hamstring open up. Wow, you feel that? It's amazing. This is glorified stretching with breath is what our yoga is. I tend to do a little bit of movement side to side. If it feels good to you to rock the hips to the right, rock to the hips to the left. Beautiful. Drop that back knee down when you're done. You can change your blocks to that lower place. Oh, actually the lowest. Go ahead and bring it down flat. Push your hands into the block, much more stable that way, and then you could come straight back into your down dog, making sure the mat is underneath that front block. Good, so now you're back in your down dog. You can play with it. You can move from heel to heel, hand to hand. You can even go into high plank. feel that? Oh yeah, so good. High plank works on those blocks. And then back to down dog. Couple more like that. I know it's core strengthening. See if it feels right for you to do that. Really tell the difference of pressure with your hands on blocks. I like it. When you finish, just take a break in your child's pose. Good. I'm going to drop my knees. Take a deep inhale and then set your hips back to your heels. I'm taking my block with me again for my forehead. Oh, yeah. Rocking the head side to side, softening into the back. Okay, we're ready for the other side. I'm going to turn around so it feels better. Cat cow, maybe a couple cat cows to shake out the spine. My blocks forward. Getting the wiggles out. Oh yeah. Even that side to side roll. Soothing the back, especially if you're having any low back pain. Just these little in between undulations help soothe and relax the back, especially after lunging like that. Hamstring stretches. Deep sigh. Don't underestimate the time it takes to relax, It takes a long time to get stressed, weeks and days and the whole day, and then we got to take some time to unwind all that. All right. So knees together, tabletop, left knee now. Whatever you did, so it was a pull up, a straighten, a tuck under, kick back, kick to the side, whatever you did. Remember to breathe. Ideally, it's in through the nose and out through the nose. Feels about balance. You just step that left leg up for that lunge. Good. Framing that front foot. You can try the blocks high to start. Oh, and I really need, if instead of folding your mat, if you just have a blanket, that would be best so that you don't have to worry about the block and the blanket. The block and the mat. Yeah, much better. Good. And then that lift. Your heart's lifting up. Your fingertips sink down into that back knee. Your lower belly sort of lifting. Remember, there's space in this left hip socket, and it comes from that belly lifting upward and a little bit of firm pressure into that front foot. You can use your blocks and heart extending up. Different side, different sensations. Be patient with yourself. See if you can sense the foot pressing. Left hip crease moves back. Right hip crease drops down. Right knee is heavy. All right, chin drops down. Change the block to that middle place. And then straighten out the back leg. There it is. Good. Oh, yeah. I think we added the turn first. So left hand on the knee. Turn into that left belly, left shoulder. Straighten out the top arm. Lower belly's opening, stacking the shoulders. Really good. I love all this slow, meticulous work. Remember that back heel, back knee, nice and strong as you turn You can look up or you can look down. Good. Gently release. Straighten both legs. You can use your blocks high too. That helps. And again, that space in that left hip crease coming back. So all of that hamstring opens up. Find your torso lifting tall. And then rounding into that forehead in towards the knee. A couple more like that, taking your own pace. Inhale. Exhale. Wow. I love the slow pace. Inhale. Nowhere to go, just here with your breath. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. I think that was it, right? We just stepped back. So go ahead and just bring that right foot forward. You can move your blocks a little bit forward and open it up to halfway lift. Worked out perfectly. Where you're just using those fingertips to extend the navel in towards the spine, sink down into the feet, let the heart reach forward, broaden the chest, open the back. Excellent. And then forward fold. I think this is our first forward fold. I'm going to release the blocks. In fact, actually take a block and put it in between your calves and then let that forward fold happen. So you're feeling your calves squeeze together and then your hamstrings lift up, your hip creases lift high as your torso drops. Your dynamic legs, that's what the calf pressure is about. Really good. I just love the difference. You're not just dumping. You're using your legs to squeeze that block, and you're using your hamstrings to lift the sit bones high, hip creases high. Hollow out the belly. When you put your hand on your belly, you should feel this scooped out dish. The dish. It's like hollow. So if you need to bend your knees to get that dish, bend your knees, which feels good too. In fact, you can bend and then push back to straighten. And if you have one side, one foot that is not as strong as the other, go to that weaker side and push into that weaker foot. Making sure that the toe mound, outer edge of the foot, the heels are active, inner ankle bones are lifting. Lots to think about, I know, but if you balance out your feet, you will balance out your entire body. All right, so keeping that block, just drop your hips low, your torso's on your thighs, bring your hands to your knees and slowly see what it feels like to change the angle of your upper body into that chair. Good. See if that worked for you. Did that work? You're squeezing the block. Good. Oh, I was holding my breath. Don't hold your breath. And then come on up. Oh, that was so good. That was so good. Just walk around, give yourself a little break. That was lots to think about. All those isolations of mind-body connections. That's why we're doing this. Yeah, get a drink of water. And wow, we're gonna close up. So let's just. Do you have a wall next to you? Priscilla, I know you're gonna have. I'll give you the recording, Priscilla, so you can watch the beginning. All right? You'll have the recording, but Carol and I have been working, so now we're Now we're gonna rest. We're gonna lay our body along the wall. In fact, if you put that we just had, you could put it right at the edge of the wall, and you could use that for more support. So legs up the wall. You're gonna come over towards the edge. Scoop the legs up. I'll take some Shavasana right here with the legs. Good. All right. Scoot your hips right to the wall. Oh, that feels amazing. So I guess there's a shoulder and low back class. We'll have to name this. Good. All right, we'll take about 5 more minutes. Letting your whole body rest. If you want to breathe with me, that would be great. We'll do 3 breaths at the lower belly, 3 at the mid rib where the ribs meet the belly, and then 3 at the heart. Excellent. So inhale, low belly, feel it expand, and then release, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Last one at the low belly. Inhale. Exhale. What are you doing? You scared me. I thought the cat was in there. Sorry. And now we're at that mid belly. Good. 2 more at the mid belly. Inhale. Exhale. One more right at the mid belly. Inhale. Exhale. Oh, feels amazing. And then at the top, right at the clavicles, you're feeling it all the way up to the top of the lungs, letting the ribs expand wide. Inhale. Focusing on the top. Let it go. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last one at the top, and then we're going to put it all together. Inhale. Exhale. Good. And then 3, just feeling it all the way from the low belly, mid belly, soft and relaxed, all the way up to the clavicles and the chest and the ribs. And then let it all go. Exhale, top, emptying the container, middle, lower. 2 more like that. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Lovely. Let it all go. Maybe out through the mouth will be satisfying. Out through the mouth. So good. All right, then just rest. Let your arms come down by your sides. Let the breath come easily and softly, natural. And if you want to stay, absolutely, you can stay for another 5-10 minutes. Highly recommend that. Legs up the wall, shifting your energy flow, soothing circulation, your low back. But when you're ready, just make sure that you just go slowly out of your posture. Bend your knees towards your chest. And then turn to one side. Using the hands to support you. Coming up to a meditative posture. Last thing to come up is your head, your chin, and your chest. So nice.
Pink.
Namaste. All right. So good. Thanks for being here. You're welcome. I'm so glad you were here, Carol, so that we could do that to start. And then Priscilla shows up. Yay. That's good. I'll give you the recording.
Okay. I had to do a training.
Oh, no worries. No worries. You made it. And I'll send you the recording to it too, so you can do it. And in the beginning, we just sat and did some breath work and some shoulder work, so it was very quiet. Okay. All right. All right. You're welcome. All right. See you guys next week.
Thank you so much, Carol.
You're welcome. Bye. Okay. Bye. All right. Yep. I'm watching the recording. Good for you. Let me know that you watched the replay. Bye.